what's up? Jeff here, and I've just published my fifth art book, and it's on Amazon and it's on my Gumroad store. And today I want to share with you what I've learned to help you maybe make your art book project go that much easier. And you might be thinking to yourself, I already have a process. I just use, some free software that I found along the way. And you know what? I used to think the same way. Like if you look at this right here on my screen, this was one of my earlier art books, and I designed this whole thing inside of Publisher. And when I say I designed it, what I did is I imported all of my artwork into Microsoft Publisher. And little did I know that I was actually leaving a lot of capability out there, a lot of time-saving techniques just literally just on the table. So I recently discovered Affinity Publisher. And if you've ever used InDesign, it looks a lot like it looks almost identical to it. But the key feature here is that this company that produces this software allows you to pay one time for the license. So I don't have to pay a monthly fee to use this, which I love, love, love so much because when you're not making a whole lot of money doing this stuff, every penny kind of counts. And it's really hard for me to just throw money into a program or a process where I'm not seeing an immediate return on investment. So this suits me so much better. But now let me show you some of the cool things about it. If I come over here to let's see if I come over here to my master pages. So I actually designed these pages for my book, and they're inserted into my document as images as a master page. But if I were to delete one and I go look at my pages again, you can see it automatically updates. If I were to, and maybe some of you guys are familiar with this pane, but like page numbers. So in Microsoft Publisher, I would have had to manually type in every page number on each page because the text, the page flow just does not work automatically from an artistic standpoint, right? So by entering fields into my document, my page numbers and section names will automatically appear. So if I were to, let's just go to a page, here they are. You can see here's page 17, 19, and here's my section heading. And if I move any of these pages at all, it will automatically update, which I just love because, sometimes you think, oh, I want to add these 3 more pages of art right here in the middle of my book. Well, now you got to go back and you got to renumber all those pages again from the beginning, which that's such a pain in the butt. But so embrace the automation. If I go to table of contents here, I can show you what that looks like. And again, another pain point for me in other systems and other processes and other programs is that I had to manually update my table of contents. But if I were to make any changes to any of these pages, I just select the table of contents I'm working on. We'll look at all the chapters, headings, and if I click this little guy right here, it'll automatically update. So I'm saving seconds, which, great scheme of things is a lot of time in the whole, think of the whole production cycle. Next thing I want to show you is with the text tool. And let's see, if I come down here to this, as you can see here, I've got my text box and I've got this blue line connecting to this. So there's a relationship between this text box and this text box, and that, let's say I change the size of my text box, the text will flow over here into the other side. And it also will give me these warnings if, let's say, I don't have enough text being displayed. It will see how it turned red. Let me move this over. So this caret here turned red because it means, hey, there's more stuff here that we can't see. So you just grab a hold of your text box. I could do this, or I could go to the next page. See, it's also linked to this text box. And I could just play with this text box until everything turns blue again. So this gives you a lot of options, a lot of flexibility with moving your text around and moving your images around. And over on the right, if you've used any kind of design software, you're somewhat familiar with layers. And layering is what one of the things that makes this work so well, because it sees this image because it's set to multiply, and it sees my text together. So what it's trying to do is it's trying to create this harmony between my text and my image. And using different options, I can have the text go over it. I could have the text go on just on top and bottom, square. Like I said, to tight, which means it's going to really do its best to use up every inch of space. In this kind of scenario, cropping would be really important. I can even put the text inside of my image box. So the whole thing could then just move around as one thing. And then there's, of course, Edge, which I think this would be kind of a cool thing to do if it was a magazine, but probably not so much for books. But yeah, those are just some of the features that I wanted to show off, and I really hope that something that I've explained here either kind of like was insightful to you or kind of made you think that, hey, there are easier ways to do this. And if you are working on an art book right now, I'd really like to hear about what your project is. And if there's a question that I didn't answer, and if you have more questions because of something that I said, hey, just make sure you go down to that comment section and put it in there, because if I don't know the answer, I'm one of those people that I'll probably try and figure it out, and because I'll probably have the same question you do. I just didn't think of it at the time. So, but yeah, I communicate with almost all my subscribers that way through the comments. So, hey, I want to wish you guys a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.